Chloe, why do you hand over our newborn daughter to your sister every day? My husband's call, Mark, interrupted the rare silence of my day. His voice, which had always been calm and warm, now contained a cold anger that I had never heard before. It's like a dagger cut through a phone, stabbing straight into the tired heart of a new mother. For a moment, my world was turned upside down. I looked down at the cradle next to me where our little daughter Lily was sleeping, her little chest heaving with every breath. Everything is peaceful. Everything is as it is. What are you talking about, Mark? I hurriedly replied, trying to dispel this absurd misunderstanding. She's at home. I'm sleeping right next to you. The silence on the other end of the line lasted for a second, followed by a gasp. Really? His voice changed from anger to extreme bewilderment. Then what the hell is going on? We were both in confusion. Unanswered questions hovered between us. But one thing I knew for sure, I had to talk to my sister-in-law, Megan, to find out the truth. And the truth I was about to discover was more horrifying and unbelievable than any accusation my husband might have made. It was about to tear our family apart in a way that no one could have foreseen. Let me introduce a little. I'm Chloe, and I've been married to the most amazing man in the world, Mark, for 3 years. Our life was almost perfect, and it became even more fulfilling when we welcomed our first daughter, Lily, 3 weeks ago. She's a little angel, but being a first-time mom is, to be honest, no small challenge. My parents lived in another state, so I didn't have the luxury of going back to my grandmother's house. Since leaving the hospital, I have basically had to manage everything by myself during the day. And I have to admit, I was only able to overcome it thanks to Mark's tireless support. Even though he works long hours, as soon as he gets home, he immediately becomes a great dad. He never complained. Whether it was when he had to coax Lily to sleep in the middle of the night or when he had to deal with her baby's incessant crying, his presence was my lifeline. That's why that call shocked me so much. Chloe, I just called you, Mark said over the phone, his tone tense. What's going on? Your mother? I don't understand. I replied, completely confused. Why do we leave our newborn baby for Megan to look after every day? He asked directly. The name Megan startled me. She was Mark's older sister, who lived with my parents-in-law just a few blocks from our house. Megan works from home and also takes care of my mother-in-law who suffers from chronic back pain. So, her schedule is quite flexible. We have a very good relationship, like 2 sisters. To let a 3-week-old baby look at someone else, you can't imagine, Mark continued, the anxiety in his voice almost palpable. Megan has never taken care of a newborn. I know you're tired after giving birth, but you should tell me before you hand me over to her. His suffering shows that this is not a simple misunderstanding. Wait, I don't understand at all. I interrupted. Megan takes care of a newborn. Why did his mother call him? Why do you need to consult me? What do you mean when you say you handed over Lily to Megan? Have you ever done that? It's been almost 2 weeks now, Mark explained. Megan didn't complain because she didn't want to strain our relationship, but I can't be silent anymore. Mark's words stunned me. It was a completely foreign story, a parallel reality that I didn't know about. I looked at my daughter, still sleeping peacefully. Mark, I said firmly, Lily is at home and sleeping. She's right here with me. I swear. Mark's astonishment rose again. What do you mean? I'm just as confused as you. Really? I've been following the advice to keep babies indoors. So, apart from my doctor's visits, I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't even been to your parents' house. And it's been a while since Megan visited after Lily was born, I explained. Then who is the baby that Megan is taking care of? Mark wondered. I wish I knew. Why did Megan make up the story of taking care of our children? Each question seemed to lead to another, leaving us both in a mess. When the end of my lunch break rang on my phone, I made a decision. I need to talk to Megan. I want to understand why she could make up such a lie. Or if there's some misunderstanding and she really thinks she's taking care of Lily, it's even more worrisome. I'll call you too, I announced. Mark paused for a moment before speaking, his voice full of apologetic. I'm sorry I doubted you, Chloe. I'm just really worried about Lily. It's okay, I comforted him. It's right that you're worried about me. Besides, when you told me you were here, I didn't doubt you. I believed you. After ending the call, I wasted no time and immediately called my sister-in-law. Megan, are you free? I need to talk to you for a bit. I began. Chloe, I need to talk to you, too, Megan replied. Her voice seemed tense. That confused me even more. Why didn't she mention this? Why make up such a story? Now is the right time. Mark just told me everything, I said bluntly. Megan, what's the matter with you taking care of Lily? I've never handed you over to anyone. Huh? Megan's surprised voice rang out, followed by the cry of a child in the background. She's actually looking after a child. Hearing Megan's reaction, a cold realization flashed through my mind. Megan didn't make up stories. She truly believes she's taking care of Lily. To dispel her misunderstanding, I began to explain the truth. Megan, Lily is right here with me, fast asleep. I'm really confused about all of this. But how did you get a baby there? And why do you think it's Lily? Megan's answer sheds light on part of the puzzle while also opening up an abyss of deception. Last week, she began, her voice shaking. Daddy brought a baby here. Dad said, Chloe seems overwhelmed, so you should help her look after me. Dad also said. Megan hesitated, and I could hear the hurt in her voice. Dad said he had already talked to me, that I was too tired and embarrassed to ask for help, so I took matters into my own hands. This revelation left me dumbfounded. My father-in-law, why did he do that? I was scared because I'd never taken care of a newborn, Megan continued. I haven't heard from you, Chloe. And when I was about to call her, my dad warned, if you contact Chloe, she's only going to get more stressed. Let's know a little. It was clear that my father-in-law's deception had started this chaos, but the identity of the child Megan is caring for remains a mystery. Do you have a house? I asked. No, he's out. Recently, he came home late every night, picked up the baby she was taking care of, said he would return it to me, and then left again. He usually comes back after about 20 to 30 minutes, Megan explains. Angry at my father-in-law's manipulation, which dragged both my name and my daughter's name. I felt I had to deal with this situation directly. I see. I'm going to talk to Mark about it, but maybe we'll go over there tonight. I immediately emailed my husband detailing what I learned from his sister. We have to ask Dad directly, he replied. That night, when Mark came home, we went to his parents-in-law's house together. Along the way, Mark recounts his conversation with his mother. She was also shocked to learn that the child she thought was her granddaughter wasn't. He said, it was a big shock. I haven't seen her yet. Due to back problems, my mother-in-law has not met our daughter. I had hoped to introduce Lily to her when she was a month old. But now, I feel discouraged that our first meeting would have to take place in such chaotic circumstances. When we arrived at my parents-in-law's house, we saw that my mother-in-law and sister-in-law both had bewildered expressions. When we walked in, Megan said, Mark, Chloe. Daddy said he was going to return the baby we were caring for, but he hasn't come back yet. Understanding the situation, Mark intervened. I see, Mother. Despite the confusion, this is our daughter, Lily. I brought Lily closer to my mother-in-law. When I saw Lily, my mother-in-law's expression softened. She's lovely, she said, her voice full of emotion. She's exactly like Mark when she was a kid. I'm so glad to finally see you and Chloe. You've done a great job. I'm sorry I got caught up in all of this. It's okay. You're just as confused as everyone else, I replied. Me too, Megan interjected. Who is this child? I don't understand why my dad lied like that. I put in a lot of effort because I believed it was Lily. At that time, my father-in-law returned. Dad's back, he said cheerfully, then paused when he saw us. Oh, why are Mark and Chloe here? My father-in-law's panic was impossible to hide. This deception originated with him. We all looked at him with disapproving eyes. Trying to cover up, he began to stutter. Oh, Chloe, are you coming to play? Have you forgotten anything? Anger rose in me. He used my name and my daughter in his deception. And now he's trying to blame Megan. I unconsciously hugged my daughter tighter. It was I who broke the silence, the voice full of anger. Dad, are you serious? This is unacceptable, My father-in-law seemed startled by my tone. My husband and sister-in-law also spoke up, asking for answers. Dad, explain. Chloe has never left Lily for anyone. Why did you make up such a lie? Mark grunted. That's right. I tricked you into taking care of a child. Who is this baby? I'm so scared. Megan continued, her voice full of indignation. My father-in-law was speechless, while our father continued to stare at him, demanding the truth. However, my mother-in-law's reaction was different. She turned pale and muttered, No, impossible. You're still going back and forth with her. Her words stunned my husband, sister-in-law, and me. My father-in-law started sweating, pretending to be innocent. Grandma, what are you talking about? But my usual calm husband had reached his limit. Dad, enough. Do you think you can deceive us? Reveal it all. Perhaps realizing that he could no longer hide from the truth. My father-in-law whispered, and then he confessed an unbelievable truth. That child is my father's child. After his admission, the room seemed to stop. My husband gasped in shock. Megan and I were also dumbfounded. It was my mother-in-law who broke the silence. Her voice trembled and tears welled up in her eyes. I know he was still back and forth with her. I was stupid to forgive you before. Going back and forth with her. My husband asked, confused. My mother-in-law continued, ignoring him. He had an affair. It happened around the time when the two children were about to get married about 3 years ago. He promised me never to reoffend, and I forgave him. She sobbed. That's why I think Lily looks like Mark. She's his blood. I thought it was my nephew. Witnessing her suffering only added to my anger at my father-in-law. My husband regained his composure and took out his anger on my father. Dad is so despicable. He not only deceived us but also betrayed me twice. How could he be so despicable? I can't believe that someone like you is our father. What do you mean by my son? Are you kidding? Megan shouted. You have a child with your mistress and leave it to you to take care of. I can't believe it. I never want to see your face again. Despite the harsh comments from his own children, my father-in-law just chuckled and said, Calm down. If it's over, there's nothing you can do. The mistress didn't want to marry her father, or anything. She just didn't have any money, so she had to go to work. In the meantime, I have to take care of the child. Enough, I interrupted, my voice trembling with anger. This is not a joke. A life has been brought into this world. Do you understand the seriousness of it? My father-in-law seemed to be in shock, lost his balance, and fell to the floor. However, instead of helping, Mark and Megan let go of the insult. Useless old man. He is no longer our father. Get out of our sight. Even in the face of their anger, my father-in-law tried to downplay the situation. My lips pursed as I stared at him. I don't have the patience to put up with someone like you anymore. My mother-in-law declared bluntly, Let's get a divorce. My father-in-law's smile disappeared. But I forgave you last time, he pleaded. Yes, I have forgiven your infidelity, but I will not tolerate your disrespect anymore, she replied. If your departure from our lives brings peace, so be it. Megan also exploded in anger. I'm going to take care of you, so we'll be fine without you. But how is he going to live? Dad always relied on her for everything from cooking to laundry. Megan's words clearly shook my father-in-law. He turned to his mother-in-law with pleading eyes, but she decisively pushed his hand away. Don't joke anymore. How low do you need to be in order to feel satisfied? Who would want to be with a deceiver like you? I will file for divorce now. If you like her so much, why don't you come and live with your mistress? When my father-in-law refused to leave, Mark had to drag him out. Please give me another chance, were the last words we heard from him. As Megan had predicted, my father-in-law's life was thrown into chaos. He cannot take care of the simplest tasks on his own. Desperate, he turned to his mistress, only to be flatly rejected. She also had no intention of marrying him. When there is no one to take care of the child, she cannot go to work, leading to financial stress. She began to pressure my father-in-law to provide for it and even sued in court to claim child support. Meanwhile, my sister-in-law and mother-in-law had moved into an apartment not far from our house when Lily was just over a month old. I started visiting them regularly. My relationship with Megan is still close, and my relationship with my mother-in-law is still strong. A new family has been formed from the ashes of deception. Looking ahead, I am determined to raise my daughter in the best way, with the support of my husband, sister-in-law, and mother-in-law by my side. We've weathered the storm, and we're stronger than ever. A crazy story, isn't it? Sometimes the darkest secrets are hidden in the most unexpected places, right in your own family. Have you ever discovered a shocking family secret? And what would you do if you were in my situation? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to read your stories and perspectives. If you like this story, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel and of course subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future stories. Thank you for listening. See you in the next video.